Hello, I had a question about lesson 7, question number 2. And I don't think it's so much how to calculate the magnitude of the cross product. We know that the formula for the magnitude of u cross v, when you're not given vectors, it's just magnitude of u, magnitude of v sine theta. And then the question I had was about how to determine the direction of the vectors with the cross product. So what I'm going to do is just take a look at that quickly. So if we're looking at A here, and you're doing u cross v, the first vector u, all right, that's the one you kind of draw out first. So looking at my picture, here's my u vector. Then what you do is you draw the v vector at that head. So here's my v vector. And what happens is that we think of the u vector as a wrench. So at the tail of the u vector is a point of rotation, okay? So this is what we're rotating around, and here's our lever, all right? So this is our lever. This is then, the V is the pull. So if you pull on this lever, we are going to get a rotation that direction, which means you have a rotation that is clockwise, and clockwise is equal to, and some of you might have heard this rule if you took a tech class maybe or at home, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So if you're rotating it to the right, clockwise, you are going into the page. So if this was a screw, okay, if you were putting a screw into wood and you twisted it this direction with the screwdriver, the screw would go into the wood, so the force is into the page. All right, so that's how you determine the direction. All right, so for B part, we do the same thing. Again, we're looking at u cross v. It's always the first vector listed that gives you the lever arm. So here's my point of rotation. The u vector is pointing this direction. So that's my lever. And then my hand is in the direction of v, or my pull. So I'm pulling on the lever. This would cause a rotation counterclockwise. So you'd be taking your screwdriver, turning it counterclockwise, the screw would come out, or the force is out of page. All right? And that's how you determine the direction of a force, whether it's into the page and out of the page. You have to draw it with the first vector, then you have to draw your second vector, and that will determine which way that first vector is being rotated. Hopefully that clears that up. If you have any other questions, let me know, and I'll give you a hand with your specific questions.